Hi guys, welcome back. Today I just wanted to show you how I make my miniature chairs. They're perfect for like doll houses. You're gonna need some clothespins and you just take those apart. And you're gonna need about 37, I think. And I cut two pieces down just because I wanted my chair to be a little bit shorter. But if you don't want them to be shorter, you could just leave them the full length. And they won't be that much bigger, but I just wanted mine to be a certain height. And then you're just gonna glue 11 pieces back to back, just like this. Be careful, don't burn yourself with the glue. And while the glue is still hot, you're able to move around those pieces, so that way if they're not straight, you could move them while the glue is hot. So you gotta kind of work fast, but it's not too hard to get them straight. And there I am counting just to make sure. I have 11. And if any of the glue kind of squeezes out, you want to clean that up right away. So just be careful though, like I said, don't burn yourself. You could even use like a paper towel or something, but you don't want that glue to dry because then it just messes with the, the finishing look of it. And then here, I don't really measure. You can if you want to make sure it's straight, but I kind of just use those little squares on the clothespins to make sure it's straight. So I'll glue it on one side of the square and then I'll glue it on the other side of the bottom of the square, and that seems to work pretty well. It keeps it, I mean, it seems to, what's the word I'm looking for? It keeps them they're straight, so it's not all crooked. And then you're just gonna glue on the same. I do the same way, the same on the top bottom of the squares on the other side. And you're just gonna, I like to put them down like that, and I use my finger to make sure it's level. That way when the glue is still warm enough, you can move it and make sure it's level, because you want that to be level. If not, then your chair is gonna be all, well, your chair seat will be all crooked. So there I am again, just repeating the process. You're gonna make another one just the same exact way. And there I am, just making sure it's level. It helps to um, sit it that way, to kind of see where everything sits. Like I said, that way you have time to move things while the glue is still hot enough. And you're going to take both of those pieces and you're going to glue those together with another piece, just right on the bottom. They're going to sit right on top of those other two that you glued, so. Then you're just going to do that to the back. I'm going to glue the same piece onto the back, same way. You see how I put them on the opposite end, like opposite sides, so like this one is laying, you know, a certain way, and then the other one is opposite. That way, that helps too, so it doesn't stay crooked. I've noticed when you put them both on the same side, it stays kind of crooked. I don't know why, but if you do it that way, it seems like it helps the seat be a little bit more level. And then I just kind of lay them out before I glue them, just to see how they would stay. And you want to make sure you are facing them the same way. You could even do them, I mean, flip them if you'd like, but I just kind of like the way this side looks better. And I kind of measure by, like, you know, the indentions that the clothespins already has naturally, and I just make sure those are straight. And that helps keeping everything straight. You use about 5 pieces for the seat area. And you just want to clean up any glue like along the way, because if not, that will dry, and then once you paint it or if you stain it, it just won't look as pretty as you like. And here are those pieces that I cut. But like I said, if you want your chair to be a little bit higher, you don't have to cut those pieces. You could just use a whole piece in that same area that I'm gluing right now. And those pieces are pretty important too, so just pay attention how they're getting glued, because if they're crooked in any way, that could mess up the whole look of the chair too. So just keep that in mind as you're gluing those back pieces onto there. Now I'm going to do the little arms of the chair. And those are the double pieces that you glued together in the beginning. That is what's going right there for the arms. And I use the natural indentions of the clothespins to lay the back in. So it works out pretty well for that. You just kind of stick them in where the little indentions already are. And for the backs, you're just gonna glue I think it's 2 pieces, yeah. In this video, I kind of messed it up. I would flip those the other way so that the flat part is actually glued down. That just makes everything straighter. I had made so many of them by this point. I was just tired and I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing. But if you do put the flat part, it just helps everything stay flatter and nicer. And then you just glue one of those double ones right down in the center. And then you just glue the other two on the either side of them. I always like to check to see how it fits first before I actually put in the glue. That way if I have to remove something, it's just a little bit easier instead of having them all glued down. And I was having a little difficulties there. As you see, sometimes they pop off, but you just gotta be patient and put back, use a little bit more glue, and eventually it sticks. See, and I had to take off the whole thing because, as you can see, I got a little frustrated. Cleaned off any of the dry glue, and then I just started over. Sometimes you have to do that, and that's fine. And I noticed that it wasn't really straight. Like I said earlier, that's an important part to pay attention to, because if not, everything will be crooked. So here I am just fixing it because I did notice that it was a little crooked. So after I glue these pieces on, the chair is complete. As you can see, it's not as difficult as it looks. It's very easy, and they come out super cute. Like I said, perfect for a little dollhouse. I use mine for some lanterns that I make every Christmas. So they're just the perfect size. They're real small and cute, and like I said, you could paint them, stain them, even just leave them naturally is really cute too. So yeah, if you want to see more videos like this, just like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.